Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you all requested, it was voted in the community page. I'm going to be doing young adult book recs. So yeah, let's get into it. So we're starting off strong with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. If you have been on BookTok or BookTube for a while now, you'll probably recognize this book. It is quite big on here, an OG BookTok book, if you want to say. And this book is fairy fantasy. It focuses more on the fairy politics and less on romance and other things, but there is an enemies to lovers romance. It's in a trilogy. They're all quite fairly small books, and they're really great reads. And the romance that is in the books is enemies to lovers. So if you like that, you'll definitely like this. It's pure enemies to lovers. And so if you want a book that focuses less on the romance and more on the fairy politics and fantasy part, definitely get this book. Alright, so if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my top two genres are romance and fantasy. And then I do read some mystery now and dystopian. But yeah, I mostly focus on that. So there'll be quite a big selection in this video of both. So the next book is The Duff. I originally watched the movie before I read the book, and then I found out that there was a book and I immediately got it. You have to read this. It's incredible. It's so underrated. I know the cover isn't, all that, but don't let that fool you. This book is one of my all-time favorite books. It's young adult, and the movie is very different from the book. It consists of the same, main, plot line, but a lot of it changes. So definitely read the book and watch the movie. It's incredible. You'll definitely love it. And it's also about friends with benefits, but enemies with benefits. So this is another enemies to lovers trope, all of that. So yeah, definitely go get this book. So a lot of the books that you'll see on BookTok and BookTube are quite repetitive. They'll show the same books over and over again. They'll be trending for a while and then they'll switch it up. So in my videos, I'm gonna try and broaden the horizon, show newer books, different books that you wouldn't normally see, but with the same tropes. They're just not as popular online. Like this one. This is How You Fall in Love by Anika Hussain. It's so good. It is not friends to lovers. It's about finding yourself, finding who you are through all of this. It's amazing. It's just, you can go read the blurb on Goodreads, and while you're doing that, go follow me over there. And I think I'm gonna open a book club on there soon, if you guys want me to, so go vote on that in the community section too. But yeah, go read the blurb on this. I think it'll give you more insight, but it's a really cute book. So yeah. This next book basically created my reading experience. I read a lot of books before this. I read younger books, but this is the book that I feel like brought me properly into reading and showed me how big the reading horizon genres all are. And that's, of course, the Percy Jackson series. I'd like to think that I've read all of Rick Riordan's books, except for The Maze Runner, because that I feel like I'm too old for now. I don't know. But the Percy Jackson series, the entire Rick Riordan verse, it's never gonna get old for me. If you have not read this book, go get it now. You're never too old to read this series. It's incredible. And there are about 4 or 5 series afterwards. They're not mandatory that you have to read them, but they all connect in one way or the other, and it's just incredible. And this also gives you a lot of insight on Greek mythology, some of the other series, Egyptian mythology, Roman mythology, Norse mythology, all of that. So yeah, definitely go get this book, which is the first book you start with in the Riordan verse. The next book that is going to empty your bank accounts is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This one is quite a popular one on BookTok and BookTube for a very good reason. I have already pre-ordered Powerful and Reckless, I am so excited. This book was incredible. Enemies to lovers, who did this to you, all of that with a bit of Hunger Games mixed in. It's incredible. And if you like this book, definitely go read Lightlark, which I will not be including in this, but if you like this book, go read Lightlark, and if you like Lightlark, go read this book, because they are just incredible. You have to go read them. All right, so this is another book I've seen a lot, well, sorry, I've not seen a lot of on BookTok and BookTube, and there should be a lot of it on there. It's incredible. Belladonna is like a murder mystery with romance in it, and the next book in the series is Foxglove, and Wisteria is coming out this year too. And it starts off with just, well, you'll see their story, and then it moves on to other people's stories. It brings it in, it becomes this whole world, more murder mysteries. It's incredible. Go read this series. All right, so if you want a really short, quick read, a duology, fantasy, romantasy, These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I've heard a lot of people say that if you liked ACOTAR, you'll like this book. I don't personally think that this book could live up to ACOTAR, because ACOTAR is on a very high shelf for me. But yeah, it was a very good duology. They're both about 300, 400 pages, good size, and they're both pretty good books. So yeah, if you want a really quick duology, go buy this series. This book needs so much more hype on BookTok and BookTube. It's incredible. I feel like it was more incredible for me because I figured out, oh look, there's my book stock. I feel like it was more incredible for me because I read the Percy Jackson series first. You don't necessarily need to read the Percy Jackson series first. Just understand the traditional, like, romance between Hades and Persephone. This book shows it in a whole other light. It's incredible. It's magical. It's perfect. And it shows how, you know, maybe it wasn't what they thought. Maybe behind the scenes, everything was different, you know? Now, if you like LGBTQ books, really, really short books, get Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Shirley. It was such a cute story. I have only read 2 LGBTQ books. They were both really good. One of them was this book. Really short, quick read, fake dating, as it shows in the title. And it was like rich versus poor, I guess, as well. It was really cute. So yeah, definitely go read this book. Can I start this off by saying The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, which is not included in here because I thought I'd just put one of her books in. But The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, which I'm rereading also currently now, is the book that got me into romance. Incredible, outstanding, 7 stars, 10 stars out of 5, amazing. This is one of her series that she's writing currently now. She has published When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect, which is the 2nd book in the series. I'm not sure if there's going to be a 3rd book, as you can see there, the author of The Cheat Sheet. I'm not sure if there's going to be a 2nd book, but I mean a 3rd book, but it's incredible. She's written so many books, duologies, all of that, and it's just beautiful. You'll love her romances. They're closed door romances, clean, all of that. Go buy them. We cannot forget the Shadow Me series, Aaron Warner. Sorry, tiny spoiler, probably not. You've probably seen it on BookTok already. Incredible. Tahereh Mafi is now one of my favorite authors because of this series. I read it last year. I still love it. I want to reread it this year at some point. The books only go up about this much bigger. They're quite small books, a lot of them though. I would recommend reading the novellas, all of them too. Absolutely adored the series. Incredible, spectacular. If you haven't read this series already, which is doubtful because most people have, go read it. It's incredible. This is your sign. This is Tahereh Mafi's 2nd series. This Woven Kingdom, the 3rd book just came out. Incredible. If you like the Shadow Me series and you want something like with that similar writing or whatever, this book, Tahereh Mafi wrote it. It's incredible. It's like the same kind of Adam, you know, Aaron Warner, you know, thing. I don't know why I'm saying, you know. It's the same kind of dynamic with Adam and Aaron Warner, I feel. It's Enemies to Lovers, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it'll rip your heart apart, it's incredible. Go read this. Alright, so you probably read Better Than the Movies, or heard of it at least. Well, Lynn Painter's books don't just stop there. She has written so many more. I have 2 more of her books coming. I adore her books. I adore this writing. I adore her rom-coms. I adore everything about them. I could not stop at Better Than the Movies. I didn't realize that she had more books out, and I immediately went and bought them as soon as I realized that. They're all incredible, and you definitely have to go read them. If you love Better Than the Movies, go get any of her other books. They're all standalones, 99% sure. Yeah, they're all standalones. Young adult, these 3 are, at least, the ones that I've read so far. So amazing. So amazing. Go get them. If you like Better Than the Movies, go get these 2 books if you want young adult. I'm not sure about the other ones. You'll have to research those. But yeah, definitely go get them. All right, so then we have A Show for Two by Tashi Buhian. Oh my gosh. I keep on saying this. It's incredible. It's spectacular. It's another closed-door romance, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, technically. This was based on her experience. I don't know if you've heard, but Tom Holland, before he filmed the Spider-Man movies, went undercover to some high school, I forgot which one, and to see the normal high school experience. And she met him there, and she wrote this book, kind of, to do with that, because this guy goes into the high school undercover as well, and then these 2 fall in love. So it's about that experience. I don't usually read, I'm ashamed to admit, I don't usually read the little messages before the book happens, you know? One sec. You know how they write author's notes? I don't usually read those. I read this one. Read that one. It's incredible. It's so beautiful, this story. I was reeling afterwards. It's one of my all-time favorite romance books. So definitely go get this one. All right, last but not least, we have Stephanie Garber's books. This was her first series. This is her second series. I adore her. I adore her writing. And here's what I'm going to tell you about also my opinion on the whole Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart, which one to read first thing. So I strongly believe that you should read Caraval first and then Once Upon a Broken Heart. The way I read it personally, though, I didn't realize Caraval existed until after I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then it kind of all switched back for me. These 2 worlds are in the same worlds. They're in 2 separate kingdoms, these stories, but the villain in the story, this is his love story over here. So, it's best for you if you read Caraval first, then Once Upon a Broken Heart, so that you can kind of get your head around it, because I did not like reading about the good guy in the story as a villain way here, because I already knew him, his background story, all of that before I read it. So I'd recommend reading it that way. Both of these incredible, incredible stories. I prefer Once Upon a Broken Heart. My preference, that's all. But yeah, young adult books, definitely go read them. All right, we have our little piles back. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely go subscribe for more if you haven't. I post 3 shorts per day, and I'm trying to post more videos now. So yeah, go vote on the community page also if you haven't, and follow me on Goodreads, follow me on TikTok, all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.